Alright, everybody, we're back on the airwaves here at the Arcade of Fun with game number 37 of Jeopardy for the SNES. So far, in 36 games, we've won $2,475,596. Well, on my way to breaking $2.5 million as well as Ken Jennings' original record. Not to mention, I believe I already broke James Holzhauer's old record. Here we go. Time for the Jeopardy!
Here are the categories.
For the Jeopardy round, we have comic strips, potpourri, science, animals, saintly cities, and finally, inventors. I like these categories. Will the clues be in my favor? Let's start with animals for 100, please.
The answer is...
This tiny pest, Pulex irritans, can jump 130 times its own height. What's a flea? Animals, 200.
The answer is...
There are about 40,000 muscles and tendons in this part of an elephant's body. What's the trunk? Animals, 300.
The answer is...
When husbands pop for an ermine coat, they're actually buying this fur. What is a weasel? Pop goes the weasel. Animals for 400.
The answer is...
Close relative of the pig, though its name means river horse. Means river horse. What is the hippopotamus? That's right. Animals for 500.
The answer is...
If this hybrid's parents were reversed, you'd get a hinny. What is a mule? Ran the category up to $1,500. Comic strips, 100.
The answer is...
Jim Davis named this cat after his grandfather, not the 20th president. My favorite comic strip character. Who is Garfield? Comic strips, 200.
The answer is...
John Steinbeck wrote the preface of a book about this Al Cap character. Who's Little Abner? He's the one. Comic strips for 300, please.
The answer is...
Standard comment of Little Orphan Annie's dog, Sandy. What is ARF? Comic strips for 400, please.
The answer is...
His favorite mode of transport was his dinosaur named Dinny. Who's alley-oop? Comic strips for 500.
The answer is...
During the Depression, she sold apples on the street, but now she gives only free advice. I'm going to give this one to Jim. I always forget this one. Mary Worth. Her name is Mary Worth, and Jim is right. He has $500. Now has some money, and he gets to start make the next selection. 4 categories left. Potpourri, 100.
The answer is...
According to John Keats, beauty is this, and this is beauty. What is truth? I'll take potpourri for 200, please.
The answer is...
It's declared when you're judged insolvent. Jenny locked me out. Bankruptcy. I knew that one, but too little, too late. So now Jenny's on the board, and she has her first bit of cash. Where to? Inventors and Inventions, 100.
The answer is...
The Book of Inventions says the Rolex Oyster was the first watch that was completely this. And I got locked out on the buzzer again. Waterproof, yep. Good job, Jenny. You have $300. Where to? Science, 100.
The answer is...
The first solvent widely used by modern dry cleaners. It was unleaded. What is gasoline? Oh, barf. Could we go back to the $300 clue in potpourri?
The answer is.
In 1944, this Caribbean ruler appeared as an extra in Esther Williams' film Bathing Beauty. Who is Fidel Castro? I'd like potpourri for 400.
The answer is.
This round-eyed comic starred in Banjo Eyes, which happened to be his nickname. Who's Eddie Cantor? Let's have 500, please, potpourri.
The answer is.
The odds are 35 to 1 of throwing a 2 or this other number in a single toss of the dice. What is 12? $3,900. Inventors for 200, please.
The answer is.
In 1948, Peter Goldmark devised this, usually abbreviated LP. What is the long-playing record? Alright. Inventors for 300, please.
The answer is.
Its claimed element number 102 was first isolated at the Swedish Institute named for this inventor, who was Alfred Nobel. Inventors for 400.
The answer is.
As a teenager, he invented an automatic surgical stapler and later perfected an artificial heart, who is Dr. Robert Jarvik, or Jarvik, however you say it. Either way, that's right. Inventors for 500.
The answer is.
In the 18th century, the city in England produced the first steel razors. What is Sheffield? That's good for 500. Science, 200.
The answer is.
It's our solar system's second largest planet. Second largest planet, what is Saturn? Science for 300. Daily double. All in. Depending on the length of this path this takes, thunder might be a short clap or a long rumble. What is lightning? Science 400.
The answer is.
20th century Austrian zoologist Karl von Frisch discovered the dance of these insects. What are bees? Science 500.
The answer is.
It's the special field of computer science trying to come up with machines that think for themselves. What is artificial intelligence? All that's left is saintly cities, 100.
The answer is.
Minneapolis is twin. It's the capital of Minnesota. What is St. Paul? $200.
The answer is.
California Mission Town, which is the annual destination for famed swallows. Oh, and I got locked out on the buzzer. It is San Juan Capistrano. That is indeed correct. Jim and Jenny are tied at $500 apiece. 300.
The answer is.
The 8th most populous city in the world. It was once the capital of Brazil. What is Sao Paulo? $400.
The answer is.
Capital of the Dominican Republic and reputed site of Columbus's tomb. What is Santo Domingo? Now the last clue.
The answer is.
The poshest of all ski resorts. What is St. Moritz? There we go. So I have $13,200. Jim and Jenny each have $500. And we're going to keep the great train rolling with double Jeopardy. As I'm on my way to breaking $2.5 million. And possibly Ken Jennings' original winnings record in terms of the money. Double Jeopardy, here we go.
Here are the categories.
For Double Jeopardy, we have the Revolutionary War, fathers, transportation, foreign cuisine, sport of kings, and finally, political nicknames. Okay, let's go. Jim and Jenny are tied, $500 each, and we're starting with foreign cuisine for $200.
The answer is
No matter how you slice it, it's brought in Germany. What is bread? A foreign cuisine for $400. Daily double. All in. From the Latin meaning to serve, it's the soup that starts a meal. What is minestrone? Foreign cuisine for $600.
the answer is
French cookie made of sugar, egg white, and almonds. Its name is from Italian for macaroni. What is a macaroon? A foreign cuisine for $800, please.
the answer is
The distinctive starchy ingredient in Chinese dishes with "main" in the name. What are noodles? Foreign cuisine 1000.
the answer is
Called the fruit of India, it's the main ingredient in a popular chutney. Oh, and Jim locked me out on the buzzer. It's the mango. He's right. Jim is up to $1,500. He takes second place to himself, and he has 5 categories to select. Sport of Kings, $200.
the answer is
The pari-mutuel system lets you place one of these legally. What is a bet? Sport of Kings, $400.
the answer is
A race where faster horses carry more weight than slower ones. Jenny locked me out. Oh, thank you, Jenny. She doesn't know. Jim locked me out too. Dang it. A handicap race. Yeah, he took that one away from me. All right. He's up to 1,900, but we're going to keep going. How about transportation for 200?
the answer is
Since the 20s, a Henry has been a slang term for a car from this company. I got locked out on the buzzer again. Ford, yeah, I drive a Ford. Good for you, Jenny. Okay, let's keep going. Revolutionary War for 200.
the answer is
Baron von Steuben trained the men at this Pennsylvania camp during the winter of 1777 through 78. What is Valley Forge? It is Valley Forge. Let's go back to Sport of Kings for 600.
the answer is
Racehorse that runs well on a wet track, or a Bronx mommy. What is a mutter? Sport of Kings 800.
the answer is
The oldest race in the Triple Crown. What is the Belmont Stakes? Sport of Kings 1000.
the answer is
30th grand right now. In 1919 through 20, this 4-legged battleship won 20 of 21 starts. Got locked out on the buzzer again. Man of War, and knew that. Oh well. 1,300 for Jenny. Now where to? Father's 200. Oh, she got the other daily double. Alright. Just going all in on this clue. This actor, the father of triplets, was just a boy on the Waltons, and it's Richard Thomas. She's right. I knew that one, but too bad. I already have 30 grand right now, so I'm not going to complain. Revolutionary War 400.
The answer is
On June 16th, 1775, Americans began to dig into this hill next to Bunker Hill. What is this hill next to Bunker Hill? Oh, I'm just going to say, what is Fort Ticonderoga? No, that's incorrect. Oh well, with the amount of money I have right now, I'm not going to complain. Breeds Hill. Ah, frick. Jim's up to 2,300. Transportation 400.
the answer is
On July 21st, 1959, the first cargo ship powered by this was launched at Camden, New Jersey. Jim? Nuclear power. Political nicknames 200.
the answer is
He's been called the peanut politician. I am not having any luck getting in on the buzzer anymore. Jimmy Carter. Father's 400.
the answer is
He was a mother of invention, but father to Moon Unit and Dweezil. Who's Frank Zappa? I finally got it on the buzzer. I'll take fathers for 600, back up to $30,000 ago.
the answer is
He shows up for New Year's with an hourglass and a scythe. Who's Father Time? Father's 800.
the answer is
Percy Kilbride played him in a series of rural comedies. Who's Pa Kettle? Father's 1,000.
the answer is
He was father to Queen Elizabeth I. Who's Henry VIII? There we go. I'll go with transportation for 600.
the answer is
Vehicle to which a harness racing horse is hitched. What is a chariot? That's incorrect. Jim. Oh, I think I just figured it out. A sulky. Yeah, too late. Political nicknames 400.
the answer is
In office from 1955 until his death in 1976, he was called the last of the big city bosses, and I got locked out again. Richard J. Daley. Yep. Jenny's up to 3,200, only trailing Jim by $100. Transportation 800.
the answer is
It can run a thread back and forth through a loom or people back and forth from the hotel to the airport. What is a shuttlecock? Transportation for 1,000, please.
the answer is
Some say this man's name came from the Irish cops using it. Others say from the Irishmen locked inside. Cannot get in on the buzzer whenever I want to. Paddy wagon. Oh well. Doesn't matter though, because Jenny's up to 4,200 and we have 6 clues left. Where to? Political nicknames for 600.
the answer is
While Ohio's Robert Taft was Mr. Republican, this Texan was Mr. Democrat and Mr. Sam. Dang it. Sam Rayburn. But these computer players are too fast. They get on the buzzer well before I do. Oh well. Revolutionary War 600.
the answer is
Before we had the Daughters of the Revolution, we had the Sons of this who fought the Stamp Act. What is liberty? Let's have Revolutionary War 800, please.
The answer is
He was aide-de-camp and secretary to General Washington, who later made him a cabinet secretary. Who is Alexander Hamilton? Revolutionary War 1000.
the answer is
George Rogers Clark helped the U.S. gain this territory, which included present-day Michigan and Ohio. Jim. The Northwest Territory. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. We're down to the final two clues. Political nicknames for 800. Here we go.
the answer is
After introducing the coinage of copper pennies, he became known as Alexander the Coppersmith. Who is Alexander Hamilton? Last clue.
the answer is
When this Hoosier ran against FDR, he was dubbed the Barefoot Boy from Wall Street. Jenny. Wendell Wilkie. So at the end of Double Jeopardy, I have 34,800, Jenny 5,200, Jim 4,900. So it looks like a 38 game to be in score 2-2. Another long game. I cannot be caught. Final Jeopardy. Sorry, Cole. My cards fell on the floor. What's the Final Jeopardy category today? World Geography. Okay. I'm good at world geography. So you know what? I'm going all in. $35,000. A tour company will fly you to this remote point and let you tour the Amundsen Scott Station. It's either the South Pole or it's Antarctica. Yeah, I'm going with the South Pole. So I'm going to end up with $69,600 this game. And that results in a 37 game winnings total of
Final Jeopardy answer is
$2,545,196. Indeed, the South Pole, yes. And a 38th game is coming soon. Jim came up with the South Pole. He goes up to $7,800. Jenny also came up with the South Pole. She goes up to $7,400. And as mentioned, I have a 37 game winnings total of $2,545,196. So I've broken Ken Jennings' original all-time money record for back in 2004. We've already broke James Holzhauer's winning record. Original winning record, I should say. And I'll see you all for game 38 to see if we can possibly make it to $2.6 million soon. See y'all next time.